Hey guys, it's Mike coming back with another video today. This one is a response video for Snoop12922 for his 500 sub video or achievement of reaching 500 subs. And he got in connection with SGC to do this contest. Give away some great SGC merchandise. So thank you, Snoop, and congrats on 500 subs. And thanks for all you do for the community with your channel. I do want to see a video of you with your UV protection, putting that up if you can, or how to put it up and where to get it and all that sort of stuff, because I think that is important. It's kept me from putting a lot of things on the wall because I just don't want to ruin anything. So I think that'd be very interesting. So for the contest, you want us to show up to 4 items that's SGC graded, which that is no problem for me. I think I have somewhere around 500 or 600 slabbed SGC cards in my collection and items, and so I've been with SGC since I really got started back in collecting in 2008. I just think their holders are much nicer. I love the back border for the cards. Um, I gotta admit, I am old school. The new labels have the black borders. I do miss the old green. To me, green was just the SGC color. So it's harder for us old timers to kind of adjust to change. I remember a few years ago they went to a white label, and a lot of the collectors at SGC didn't like that, and they went back to the green, albeit a different variation, but it still had the trademark green. So now that they're to the black, I guess I just have to accept the new times, which is fine. I'm sure I'll come around, but that's just how I imagine SGC. So they got some exciting stuff going on. Uh, I'll be glad when they get their new registry sets updated. Snoop, if you've heard anything about uh, how that's coming along, Brian told me what he had heard, and it seems like it could be far off still. So I hope that their new registry sets and population reports are going to be up soon, because I think they do it better than anyone. Their customer service is by far the best I've dealt with. Someday I'll have to give you my PSA story of customer service on a card. I'll have to dig it up one day and show it, but they are just top-notch people, and they do a really good job. And I think they are the strictest graders. They give you very accurate, I think, grades on your cards. Uh, so I love them. I've been using them, like I said, since 2008, and I've collected. And I don't have a lot of bench stuff. I got so much bench stuff. I don't use. I got all his vintage stuff from '68 through '83 when he retired, or '84 when his last card came out. I do have those in a registry set on SGC. Most of the stuff I got is my Hank stuff, because since it's even the more modern stuff, I got a registry page for Hanks. I got stuff for all my Hank collection. I got the bench basic vintage stuff. So I've got a few of the registry sets on SGC, and like I said, I can't wait for them to upgrade that. I'm going to show you 4 pieces. For bench, I basically just have his regular cards and some of the other stuff associated with them. This is a 1968 rookie. This one is graded 96 Mint 9. It's a Mint 9 version, which I got this at the first National. I didn't buy it at the National. When I was at the National in 2013, I bought this online. And because of I didn't have one that was mint. And sorry for the glare. That's the only problem with these cases as far as showing, because that'd be any of them. This is a bench rookie, graded a 9. This is the older green label. It's got the old nomenclature and numbering system of 96, which is their version of a 9. Beautiful card. You know, it's a 9. What can I say? It's just gorgeous. The cornerstone, of course, of my bench collection. Um, Card has changed a lot in value in the last 5 years. Really went up. The vintage in general has. Love that card. The rest of them I'll show you are going to be more unusual Greenberg stuff, just because I got so much. I got so many nice things. This one here is a 1934 Detroit Tigers team issues. What the original catalog called these. It was later confirmed that they were put out by the Annis Fur Company in Detroit in 1934. So these are very, very rare. PSA hasn't graded any of them. SGC's only graded 4, I think Brian and I discussed the other night. And we have the 2 of the 4 that's been graded. Uh, so they don't pop up hardly ever, and they're very rare. I was very fortunate to get this one, and it graded a 50, which is a 4, which for these, this is from 1934. This is which is very nice grade. You see that. So this came out the same year as his rookie card, the 34 Gowdy. Beautiful picture of him in the dugout. Love how they used to lay their bats out in front of them on the ground. You can see some of that at the very bottom of the picture there. Tilting it so I don't get that blue from the camera on there. But just a beautiful issue, very rare card. I love the SGC holder. I love the black borders. Just gorgeous. Okay, number 3, and we're going a little different now. This one is one of my favorite Hank pieces. He was one of those that he was the first American League player to sign up for military service in 1941, and after Pearl Harbor, he re-enlisted and went back in to the service. And he was a sergeant when he was discharged his first go around. And after Pearl Harbor, he went back in as a sergeant. And what I like about this is from SGC Authentic, kind of like the PSA DNA type thing. But this is SGC Authentic. It's stationery that he signed when he was at MacDill Field in Tampa, Florida. And what's neat about this is because it's on that stationery, you know exactly when this was signed because he was only there for a few months in early 1942. He reenlisted the day after Pearl Harbor, and he was sent back out. He was sent to MacDill Field in Tampa, Florida. And in this stationery that he signed, he put best regards from Sergeant Hank Greenberg. So we know this is 1942. We know he was a sergeant at that time. Very hard to find any sergeant or captain, as he was later promoted to captain, signatures. I think the sergeants are harder because he was a captain for the last, shortly after this until he came back in 1945. And there's a lot of players missed 4 to 5 years of service, like Hank did, serving their country, which is one reason these players of this era kind of hold a special place in my heart. But this is stationery from MacDill Field. I'll try to get there. I'll show you the label. And I wish my camera would focus better. I thought this new camera would do better, but it hasn't so much. But anyway, there we go. Graded Authentic, MacDill Field, Tampa, Florida. And best regards from Sergeant Hank Greenberg. So, love it. It's one of my favorite pieces in my collection, and it's an SGC Authentic. Here's a picture. That it's not an original, but it shows Hank with Joe DiMaggio as he was a sergeant in the service. This was taken in the spring of '42, right around the time this picture was taken. I mean, the stationery was signed. This picture was taken, and this is a picture of Joe DiMaggio visiting um, Hank and the service when he was stationed here in Tampa, Florida. Uh, the Yankees had their training camp not too far off, and he decided to stop by one day and visit Hank in Florida. So this is about the same time that this stationery would have been signed by him. But to have a sergeant autograph is just very cool for me. And then the last piece I got is a non-slab piece. This is a letter of authenticity from SGC, which is a little different. This is a program. When Hank he came up for one game in 1930. He was very young at the time, and he would have been 19 years old. And he played in one game, and they decided he was going to go to college for 4 years and then enroll, but he decided not to go to college. He wanted to play ball. So they had carried him up for one game in 1930, sent him back to the minor leagues, and he didn't debut again until 1933. In 1932, he played with the Texas League, the Beaumont Exporters, and he was the MVP of the Texas League that year. And after the season was over, they had an appreciation dinner at the Edson Hotel on Monday evening, September 12th, 1932. And a lot of the players showed up for that. And this is a program from that dinner. It's very fragile. It's not in great shape. But it's this is a picture of it. You can see a very early 1932 Hank Greenberg signature on there. And it's got some great articles inside. There's some other autographs, Schoolboy Row, quite a few other ones in here. So it's a very nice program. And since it was too thick to encapsulate, this is one that I had a SGC letter of authenticity, which you don't see very often. This will tell you about it. And this is what the seal looks like at the bottom for SGC, if y'all haven't seen that before. Signed by Larry Studebaker, their senior authenticator, who I've talked to on a few occasions. But it's just very nice. There's a picture of the program there. And I keep it in this holder here. And again, just for reference, this is a picture of the 1932 Beaumont Exporters of the Texas League. It's going to be very shiny in that holder. And Hank is sitting right here in the photo. And he went on the next year to play in Detroit and start his Hall of Fame career. So anyway, that's the 4 pieces I was going to show for this contest. Again, Snoop, thanks for doing it. Congrats on 500. Thanks for everything you do. And like I said, I'd love to see something about the UV protection. I think that would be very cool. Thanks for watching, and you all have a good day.